Hey y'all, today I just, well, when I walked in my office, I heard a crash, right? So I go out there and I'm not assisting anybody. At this point, I'm not touching anything, I'm not touching nobody. So, you know, the lady is like, hey, I'm not harmed, I'm just shook up. Like, another guy who caused the accident, I think he was trying to fake it, trying to make it seem like he was crazy. So like it was just so funny. Like it was like, can you unlock the door? Like I guess he couldn't unlock the door. He couldn't do anything, but he could talk. And then he told them he couldn't breathe. So I was like, hey, can you tell them that he said he can't breathe to 911 to see if they can prolong, you know, speed up the process. Because trust me, I don't know about y'all, but it seems like the ambulance come super. It seems like they come later. Like they don't. It's not an urgency. And y'all, and for some odd reason, like if you're driving, minding your business, you'll hear a firefighter or somebody that would just come up behind you and like, yo, where you come from? But this, it seemed like it was like 20 minute past and they haven't even showed up. So they finally got there, and so they broke the man's mirror, and now this lady is acting super destitute right at this point. Like, I got a headache. I said, "Are you okay?" Yes, I'm getting a headache. So the man gave her some water, and it was just so funny how like people be like, "Lady, you were just fine." Like, you can't really tell people how fine they are, how they're okay. You can't really tell people that. But it was just so funny how she saw the ambulance. No, not ambulance, the fire people. They came first, and then the police officers, and then the ambulance. So she's sitting there just like, I was like, you know what? Let me go back to my office, mind my business, cause y'all, I don't know. Getting in a car accident is never fun. It's so scary for everybody's side. And definitely by the standbyers that is watching this, So one lady, she definitely said, I seen the whole thing. I seen it. I foreseen it. I seen that he was about to hit something because he was just driving crazy. So, more of the story is I have to pay attention to how I drive up in that area too because y'all be driving like, oh, a maniac. So, the best part about that whole process today that I learned is laugh about a laugh at life, okay? Not that people are hurt or nothing like that. Just find humor in anything in life. Hey, Mystery, how you doing? So I want to give Sky Life a hand clap. Y'all, you ate, but you missed your whole mouth. I'm trying to figure out how you come on here addressing your Cusband that allow you to sleep in your car for how many months? 2 months, at least 2 months. They was homeless for about three. And you okay with sitting out in the dark? Y'all, I sit in the dark and do my lives in the dark after dark, but I have somewhere to go. And I'm also, and y'all, please don't think I'm insensitive. Homelessness can happen to anybody. Do you understand? Any situation, homelessness can happen to you. It doesn't matter if you did pay your rent or you can't pay your rent. It doesn't matter if that can happen to anybody. Y'all understand? Okay, so I'm not making fun of the homelessness. I'm talking more on how she can proceed, how she should have taken care of her house, her home life, before she's coming on here trying to address a husband situation. Talking about y'all think y'all so smart. You think y'all so smart. Yeah, we obviously smart. We some of us don't have those issues. I'm not playing house with a grown man. Okay? Back in the day when y'all used to play house and your house was literally outside your house, but you're 5 or 6 years old playing house, making mud pies. But eventually the street lights comes on and your mom takes you in the house and get you bathed up, get you some din din. You can watch your favorite cartoon. You have the luxury of a life. But you over here literally playing house as a 30-some-year-old woman with a 30-year-old man talking about y'all thought y'all got something on us. Yeah, he's my cousin. We play cousins. We grew up together. I wouldn't say that either. You grew up with this man knowing that he is going willing to let you sleep outside. Are you proud of that? You really proud of that? You really ate with your public service announcement. Y'all, he's not my cousin. We just been playing like this for years. So you've been seeing this man do some trifling shit to women, and you're proud of that. You're proud of it. You ate, right? How you going to sit here and say, jokes on y'all? Y'all don't know us. Yeah, he my cousin. We've been playing cousins since we grew up together. So when you grew up with him, he hasn't never changed. He haven't never set a woman down and provided for her. That's what you're telling me. Because it's nothing new. It's like riding a car, right? He have how many baby mamas he got? I don't think the one that you said that's a crackhead, I don't think she would allow herself to be sitting in nobody's backyard looking like a backyard again. Talking about in the thick of it. That's what y'all song y'all be singing to each other in the thick of it. Come on now. You ate. Back in the day, right? I don't know if y'all ever had y'all ever witnessed this, but back in the day, a woman will call her lover. Her kids didn't have to call him daddy. And of course, they wanted them to have like a family dynamic. So they told them to call him Uncle Joe. But Uncle Joe be crawling upstairs with mama. Mama be making noise. And later on, the kids probably be like, Uncle is, that means that's her brother. They stop that real quick. Because kids are not dumb. There's a reason why you don't date. That's the reason why some men, they don't like their homeboys dating their sisters. Because of that. Because they look at them as what? Brothers. They don't look at them. That's weird. Y'all, I don't think I will ever date anybody I think is my little cousin, my little sister, my little brother. I don't think I can date them. Because there's something about our relationship that should never be sexual. But you're weird. You're sitting out here trying to justify that people are calling him your cousin because a couple of years ago you posted good luck cousin or whatever. You're weird. Well, you think I'll be standing up for a man that I'm sleeping out in my car with? I'm sleeping in my car. You ate. You ate that. right in the trash. And the sad reality is, you will never learn from this. See, this is supposed to be a time and the humbleness for you as a mother that's going through hard times. You as a mother, you're going through hard times. And you can't even be positive for your children. You rather want to stand up for a man. And I'm not saying he put you in this situation. You rather be 10 toes for a man than be 10 toes for your kids. You gave your kids ultimatum. Now, y'all, I'm not in her budget. She's not in my budget. But you told your kids you want clean clothes or you want candy. You want food tonight or candy. You told that child that. And this man came on here knowing that you didn't have a place to go. Y'all was homeless, talking about take him to where? He said, take me to the barber shop. You going to the barber shop, right? But your child couldn't even get a piece of candy. Man, I need some headphones. But your child couldn't get a piece of candy. You stay in all these places. Y'all, and one thing I look at, like going through a hard time in my life, or any point, if I ever went through one, my joy was my children. Unfortunately, they was my joy. Um, Offering myself was never really an option because I was more afraid of, like, my pastor, you know. And she's just coming, she will resuscitate me and then, do more harm. Okay. And yeah, I do say my pastor because she's rarely deals to me. But I couldn't imagine feeling like my life has a purpose with a man and my children are just there. I get the best joy seeing my kids laugh. That's why it's so important for me to like make Sunday dinners. And it's that makes me happy. Even if I have seven pennies to my name and I see my children, that what makes me go. No matter what kind of phone calls I'm getting text messages, like, yo, y'all got to chill. But at the end of the day, I'm not going to come on here and address anybody about my play cousin. Hey, Toy Toy, I will not. And you got other fish to fry. Sky, when are you going to genuinely do something for your kid? You try to save him more than you try to enjoy your children. You have 3 girls. What is it? What's the harm of you washing their hair? You might not even do it on camera, but you wash their hair. When the last time you bought them some lip gloss or a hair bow, some socks, something to make them feel like you deserve to be here? And don't give me the fact that, Sky, you're not buying in hotels $95 a night. No matter how hard it is for my kids, for me to get through a month or a year, or it's nothing for me to say, gosh, I'm already now getting Christmas stuff. And the kids don't even really ask for much. And The only kid I feel like I have to impress right now for Christmas is not my older ones, it's my toddler. So my toddler, like, he has a big imagination. So my thing is now I always have to keep on, creating that, building that or feeding that appetite of his, him in his own world. You don't think your kids still want to be in a world, Sky? And sending them to the park, telling them to go play while you on live, while they're still going through trauma. You don't think they're not going through trauma, Sky? It gotta be hard for all those kids. It doesn't matter what age. They have to wear the same clothes weekly. While you sitting here can, go out and buy you a shirt, or babe can buy him some pair of shoes that I'm like, he a grown man, he don't got no shoes. But that's besides the point. You can buy him some shoes, but you can't even at least try to buy your kids a new shirt once a week. You're not buying a hotel again. Five Below, Walmart. Just let them still know that they're worth it. But you want to get on here talking about y'all think I got something on me? Cause baby, it's not my cousin. He my play. Sure, call it what it is. I still think it's sick and nasty. Sexualizing on your cousin, even if it's play. But the weird part about it is you watch your play cousin dog out women, walk away from his children. And don't come on here and talk about it's the mother's problem. The mother's was not there. No, you watched him do it. You was on his YouTube, his Facebook. You saw all that. You saw he wasn't taking care of his kids. You saw him moving in with one woman to another. You saw that. And look at you. Your cootie cat's wet for me just saying it right now. Like, yeah, he fine, ain't he? No. Um, well, I'll be honest with you, Toy. I can see why Sky can never get like Sky seemed like the type that people been always giving her sound advice. Now I won't say good advice or bad advice. I'm gonna say sound advice. And Sky is one of those type of people. Just look at what she said about her hair. Y'all keep on talking about my hair, y'all. I'm gonna keep it in extra longer. That tells me about her maturity level. Okay. So when people tell her, hey, I don't think it's a good thing for you to even think about getting with somebody, no matter if he was stable when they got together or when he wasn't stable, I personally feel like Sky, you're one of those people that you can have all the caution signs in the world and you still going to take that route. And that's what type of person she is. She does a Russian roulette on everything in her life, darn to allowing complaining about every little thing. Instead of, she seems like the type that allow her kids to run up and down the hallways. And I'll be honest with you, I understand. I will struggle. I will smother, not smother. I will I will do what she did with her kids to a hotel room. I will sneak my kids in a hotel and I say I only got one body or two bodies. I will sneak my other two in there. I will. But with that comes along, what it comes with. Okay? Y'all have to behave yourselves. Y'all not banshees. You don't yell at him, you don't yell back. You understand me? My kids have that routine. When we go to somebody's house, they know they don't talk to each other. You only talk to each other at my address. You understand me? And so we don't have an address. You don't need to tell him nothing. He don't need to tell you nothing. Okay, so there's no fighting with my older two. They already know that rule. But Sky seems like the type that she allow her kids to have arguments just for kicks and giggles. And then say, "Oh, they don't want us here." No, because your kids not is not behaved. We watching you. You telling your kids you don't even control your own kids on live. Your mama had to discipline your children. Your mama had to put those kids in timeout. The older kids, like, why are they in timeout? Y'all go sit on the porch. No. So everything in her life is Russian roulette. Down to her rent. She had the money for tax season, but she rather gamble it on, you know, quick rich schemes. She's rather gambling on content for YouTube. And you know how much content you would have if you paid your rent. A lot right now, the address. You and Bag's husband, y'all could be out there right now putting up Halloween Christmas lights or whatever y'all could been doing. That been content if you only paid your rent when you needed to pay it. I'm not even going to say, y'all, we gonna just talk, okay? There's some people they got rent that is three times. Their rent three times they could afford it. Hear me out. They could afford their rent at the same place 2 years ago and still have money left over for food, gas, just lively things. But people don't have it like that. That's usually why you see people with two jobs, side hustle here, side hustle there. That's usually when you see these people. Not because we're living outside our means. I really wish I could say, y'all, I'm living outside my means. I can get it right in a month. I could. But everybody don't have that option. So I do feel sorry for Sky. And that 200 extra dollars when she was complaining that her rent went up to four then six, we look at that junk as a breeze. Like I could do that 4 times in a month, and some of us could without even blinking. But some of us, that extra $200, that is eating our pockets, eating our livelihood. So yes, I understand. But Sky played with her rent. She played with it. That what made it worse. And you felt like you ate telling the world that he was your play cousin. And we watched you get 10. Y'all, I don't know how much money she got for her taxes. I'm gonna just assume she at least got five. She got $5 grand because you bought two Xboxes, you bought an iPad, you bought another phone, and what I see was you should at least have bought a maid. You should have said, "Hey, my walls look ridiculous. I want to feel like I got a home. Is there a way that I can get it painted?" And instead of buying that iPad, you should have bought a hotel for your kids so they can swim while your apartment was getting dry. Yeah. You paid up your rent, easy peasy. You could got them to paint your walls, easy peasy. Come back in, start it fresh, piece by piece. You had roaches, cool. Knock stuff out, threw away stuff. Have been easy, Sky. But you like to play Russian roulette. You like to wait for other people to do it for you. That explains why you don't want that shelter. Because everybody's saying, well, everybody in your comments like, girl, your shelter's not available yet? No, I'm 17 on the list. I'm 14 on the list. Y'all don't think? But Sky can't be out in the streets in a shelter. Understand that as well. That means she can't go pick up Cusband. She can't go do her laundry. She got to be, personally, Sky has to use her daytime to her best advantage. We see Sky not doing her shit in the best advantage. You think I'm gonna be at no wash house? Well, I have, y'all. I have. Okay, I ain't even gonna lie. I tell, I've been at a wash house after 12 o'clock. I have, and that was the most dangerous place. But she has somebody that can go with her, right? But you also have somebody you can go with during the daytime. You don't have to be in the laundromat. But you feel like, hey, and my kids are asleep, I can do whatever I want to do. But you should do that when they're at work. And if that little baby over there that your husband brought into the marriage and could not provide, that's making me scratch my head like, did he really kidnap that child? Just saying. Because I don't know no CPS, no caseworker that will allow a kid to sleep in somebody's car and not have an address. I'm just saying, crackhead mama or not, that don't even sound right. If y'all know what I mean, that don't even sound right. Well, they're claiming that the mother is on some narcotics, and I'm like, yo, I don't know how y'all get into this situation. Y'all didn't take Dare. I used to look forward to Dare all the way. I think they stopped Dare for us like in the sixth grade, but I look forward to Dare Week. Okay, and Dare Week made sure that we understood that hanging out with people with drug problems and all that stuff was not the way to go. Okay, come on, dog. Do you want to add up? No. You know, I had that Dare Week. I was a Dare child, okay? I love my coloring books. So y'all telling me that people that y'all been hunting around that's like in their 80s, in their 90s, birthdays, they still doing drugs. I know people still do drugs, but it's like frequently there. Like everybody's on drugs. Guy's ex-husband was on drugs. Husband's baby mama's on drugs. Like, come on, y'all. And y'all just, do y'all go to AA meetings and meet each other? Is that how you met your cousin? Just that, I'm just saying. Y'all went to support groups or something. What was it? I'm just saying. But Sky, I think you need to, your priority should not be addressing Bay anymore. Your priority should definitely be finding you a solution for your kids. And no offense, and I'm just telling you, you can say I'm a BICTH, I'll take that. But you gotta find you family members that will take in your children at this point. And not your mother. Your mother got too much on her plate. We see how your mama house is. No lie, no, not being funny. That house is too much for me looking. Okay, when y'all was making cereal for those kids, I was like, whoa, that's just too much. Why is those dishes piled up like that? Too much. And you got two families like Sky. Think about that. Your mama got now, she got two families. and y'all washing dishes. Y'all should be washing dishes before y'all even go out in that part. If y'all go in that van and sleep, because that's not fair for your mother. And I'm being honest with you. I don't care who likes it now. You know the beautiful thing about when I stay with my mom with my kids, she fusts. Yeah, she fusts. But the beauty is that I knew how important it is for them to come home to something neat and clean, or maybe a meal prepared for them, and they didn't have to worry about it. It was nice to do that when I was living at home with my mom. Clean up, make sure, the living room was picked up, make sure my area was clean. I stayed at home with my mom with my two kids. Yes, I did. And I'll do it again with three. But um, I just remember it was easy for her to not to come home to a mess. Yeah, she probably came home with, one kid wants to talk to her, and other kid is in her own world, and yeah. And now, even when I come home, like when I go there, I think it's very important for her to have them to have a meal. It's very important for me to make them a meal. If I have to drop my kids off, that I do, I'm going to make them a meal. I'm going to make their life a little bit easy. And I might not wash the dishes, all right? I ain't even gonna lie. Like, I clean up myself. I clean as I go. No, I don't. I don't. And I probably won't. But they have a little bit of peace. I clean up the living room. I make sure it is tidy. But it's just something peaceful. Your kids are coming to your mama's house and you can't even wash the dishes at night. It's crazy to me. It's crazy. And I'm sorry, those kids should not be obligated to do that either. Sky, I want you to try to find some activities after school so your kids can blossom. They have some, and you know what? And I'm not even going to go and say, oh, there's nothing for her kids to do. Sky, you can make time for your kids. Like your daughter, see if she can get into a club, so she don't feel like she has to come to a battlefield in high school. Yeah, she goes to work, and but yeah, tell her no, you don't hang out with your peers, because personally I feel like you forced that little girl to work. I personally feel like you forced that little girl, and if you didn't force her, she gonna feel like she has to work. Because I have a 16-year-old, and when she turned 16, I told her that she can get her little job permit. And I said, when you go to school, if you want to this summer, you can go to school. You can start doing your driver's test. You can go get you the book. You can start doing your writing driving test, and then we're gonna take you to driver ed. But whatever it is, we're gonna make sure that you're starting to be with your peers, and that's very important. Even my child is antisocial. That's very important for me to do that for her. Sky, you have a 12-year-old just went back to public school. Let her do some activities after school, even if it's getting tutoring, but she's with her peers. Whatever kid, if it's whatever, open up your children's opportunities like you're opening up for this Cusband. That's all I'm asking. And I'm not saying that's all I'm asking. Is you do the beyond for your children. Because my heart does go out for them. Because my heart goes out to any kid that I feel, it's not that I feel like they're getting bullied or anything like that. I just feel like they got it worse. Can you imagine, y'all? And I'm very picky. Can you imagine going to the park, eating, call me bougie, whatever, but eating a dry sandwich, some chips, some add water tea, just whatever, so my mom can have poor content to show the world. My mom don't even try to make an effort. Y'all, I'm gonna tell y'all a funny story. Now I'm gonna get off the sky. My kids had before they had got somebody to sponsor their lunch, because they don't have like the county budget. They have to get like sponsors or somebody that can take up the catering to do that. So they found somebody that did it. So now they have somebody that does their lunch. But before, my children had to eat sandwiches and chips or leftovers. Like if we had spaghetti, my daughter would warm up her leftovers and eat it. Okay. They had all that. So of course they had cheese, sandwich, and bread. And my son said, "Mom, my sandwich is dry." So I was like, well, okay. So what I started doing was I go to like McDonald's or I go to like Jersey Mike's or something, and I just ask for extra mayonnaise. So and then they had like Duke mayonnaise at Food Lion. Y'all, they don't got Duke mayonnaise now because I can't see it. I don't see it. And I'll pick up like some mustard and I'll put it in his little cubby. Sky, that was free. There's no reason why you can't go. You and Cusband are always at a restaurant while the kids are there. Why you can't even think of picking them up some mayonnaise and mustard. Circle K has it available. And but you want the people to see poor content from these kids. That's crazy. But y'all, I am about to go because I got to do another video. Some of y'all won't like it because I'm basically making fun of people. This is my Monday madness. This is Monday madness for me, okay? Um, um, and Toy, please understand, I grew up in the 80s and the 90s. My mom did not have the best money skills at the time, or she just did what she thought was the best. Eventually, she grew up, and y'all, it is what it is. She had growth. She had she elbowed with other people. Y'all get what I'm saying? Like she started learning some things that she was doing was mm-mm, we don't do that. Even down to cooking. You know, when you start elbowing with certain people, you start learning how to cook better, or you just learn different skills and stuff from other people. But Sky is a mother of six for almost 16 years. And she's acting on this good old YouTube, acting like she's just a new mom. Don't know how to don't know how to think. And she knows how to pull out the camera and show y'all the words. Even Mommy Chrissy, y'all. And I always say I feel like that house is a house of terror. when those cameras is not rolling, Chrissy. I'm not even gonna lie to you. The kids, the way the kids can put on for the camera, that's all I'm gonna say. The way the kids can put on for the camera tells me a house of horror. Okay, that's just how I feel. Chrissy, she knows how to turn off her camera. Sky, learn how to turn off your camera. Learn how to address certain things when it matters. And also learn that your kid is more important in this situation than you. Real talk. Because I'll be honest with you, and I fear a older man might be watching your daughter. Not like that, y'all, but watching her daughter later on and can manipulate her because he knows the mother that you are. I also feel like you probably have a lot of, you got some type of childhood trauma that you need to resolve. And we all do. Go to therapy. If I'll be honest with you, the best person I talked to recently is my aunt. She's the best person I talked to. Even though I might not tell her everything, but she would tell me what I need to know and still have love for me. Wouldn't judge me. She might talk about me. Y'all, ain't nothing sacred when you still got all three of your your I got two aunts and my mama. You don't think your business is talked about. You don't think your business not talked about. Girl, get over that, okay? And that's one of your issues. Wow, you don't want to ask for help. Y'all get over it. Okay. And what's the worst part about it is you can get more help. Okay. Low key, you get more help. So Sky, when somebody was talking about you, I used to turn them off. You turned them off because they was talking about you. They was selling your business. Guess what? You just kind of stop your blessing. Because you don't know, people always feel bad for people. Damn, they going through that. See if that aunt would take two of your girls. See if your brother would take one of your sons to help with the load. That's all. Until you really can get it on your feet. But you ain't gonna get on your feet with husband. I'm sorry to let you know that. Mm-mm. He 30 some years old. He was content with sleeping in your van. That's the crazy part. He's content. And y'all, I don't know that many men that's content with moving moving with a woman that is not clean and got six kids and she got a I don't know no man that's comfortable with that. None. 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 I'm also don't know a man that can't find a solution. Because there's a man right now that probably will be in the same situation with your cousin, and those people have a house. He's gonna make sure that the kids got somewhere. Even might be on top of each other. Yeah, I'm off the topic right now, but did y'all see? y'all see Strong Mommy Chrissy 3-level bump beds? Was that baby touching the ceiling? That baby had to lay out. He had to lay down to get off the bed, y'all. And then all she had to do was, get 2 sets of bunk beds, okay? But she wanted to make sure that one of the kids had a bigger bed. I'm like, wow, he'll understand. Y'all get what I'm saying? Like, kids understand. But, yeah, if I had one kid that got their own bed, I won't do it. Yeah, I would have 2 sets of bunk beds. But to each his own. To each his own. I said that baby had to lie down to get out of that. Oh, well, no way. But Sky, your kids will understand. I'm just saying, that's just a solution I would have done. I know, like, hey, Aunt Jolene, can you take this one? She don't eat that much. She does eat a lot, but she's not going to bother you. Mom, can you take this little boy? And then I probably have to add somebody else on my toddler. Like, I know my mama can't do my toddler. I know my aunt wouldn't do my toddler. Maybe my other aunt that's in Massachusetts, she probably can do my toddler. But because she likes boys anyway, she likes the cousin boys. Okay. Um, as because she's a mom. She's a boy mom. She is, so she don't mind the nephew part. She don't mind those. But and I know he'll be in good hands. If it ever went down to that, I knew who I can always go to. Even they might fuss, they might talk about you, but I know my kids will be in good hands. Y'all get what I'm saying? And Sky, that's what you probably need to do at this point. Because I can't see those kids at your mama's house with her 11,000 kids that she's adopted, she foster caring. I can't see that. I don't see, and I'll be honest with you, that can't be a very good place. The kids sleeping on the floor. And there's nothing wrong with sleeping on the floor because y'all, I tell y'all, I'm an 80s baby. We had sleepovers, we slept on the floor. Okay. We ate on the floor. Yes. I'm not that weird. Okay. But there's gonna be a time that you might have to give somebody your kids. Sky, and it's, I will never look at you a bad parent. I promise you. There's nothing, y'all, and I'm being honest with her. There's nothing of asking help and trying to do right by your health. There's nothing wrong with that. But at this point, you can't do this with your mom's house. You can't do it with Cusband. You got to find other solutions. I know that you said you had an aunt here, you have a sister there. Ask for help, Sky. And don't put the pressure on your mom. And y'all heard I will give one child to my mom. That's my middle child. Okay. And my aunt can take my daughter. And then I don't know where that other third one's gonna be at, y'all. I might have to sign him to the zoo. He gonna have to go to the zoo or somewhere. Like, can he just pay? But in the meantime, Sky, just ask for help and stop addressing craziness. Cusband. Find a solution. Like, you can't say no. Don't wait until you get your tax money. That's crazy. But I'm gonna tell you again. Sky is getting Christmas time. It's getting holiday season time. They're starting to, y'all, and hear me out. They're starting to host parties. Find you a night audit job. If you don't want my solution, you'll at least have some type of what I like to call a discount for a place for you and your kids. Find you a night audit job at a hotel. And I'm not just saying an $80 hotel. I'm talking about like the Hilton, where people are hosting parties and there are actually buying rooms for their guests who's drinking. Because of course, when you having I stay in North Carolina, so if somebody is drinking at a party or at an event, that person who hosting it is responsible for their guests. You know what I'm saying? So some places they have parties and they also release keys to drinkers. So they say, "Hey, give me your keys. I got a room. You can sleep it off." That's what they do. Sky, go find you a night audited job at a hotel. I at least know that you can get a discount. Maybe not the first check, but maybe the second or third check, you can get a discount. And I can see your kids having a place to stay. And it's not eating up your pocket. I can see that. And I'm just being as honest as possible. Get you a night audited job. And hell, what's the worst case scenario? You and your husband, y'all can both work at night. If your mama is got the kids, both of y'all have a place to go. And y'all probably can even close your eyes for a good hour or two before somebody unnecessarily call and asking for some dumb shit like some towels or something. At 3 o'clock, like, don't go take your ass to sleep. Leave me alone. I can sleep. And I'm just being honest with you. Find your night audited job. And what's the worst case scenario is? You can bring your kids. They can sleep. They can sleep. And somewhere warm. You have to put them in the back or the laundry area, but they can sleep. They're not in the streets. You don't have to worry about them being under your mama's roof that you can kick them out in 30 minutes. Y'all get what I'm saying? Find you some solutions, guys. If you don't want the shelter, find you another alternative. But yeah, I had to do another video, so I'll talk to y'all later. All right, I'm done with Sky. Sky, God bless you. And your priority should be your children. All right. Well, Toy, before I leave, I'm gonna say this. Do I think her mom knows? Her mom probably do know. But I would say that her mom knows her child. So for her to talk bad about her mother or her mother have a disagreement, I think her mom has a different approach to Sky in her situation. Now, sometimes some mothers they know their children. My mom knows me. No matter if I could tell y'all the worst of worst, my mom knows her daughter. Y'all get what I'm saying? When she talked about her mother, just like Peach, y'all. Peach, Tracy knows Peach. She knows that Peach lives in a fairy tale since she was 1 year, since the time she was talking, she lives in a fairy tale. Everything was always drawn out, bigger than what it was. Y'all get what I'm saying? They know. They know some parents, they know that their kids is a bald-faced liar. So don't face them or what they say. Because they know who they are. Just like we all say, "Oh, Peach, mama made her take a bath in her dirty water." And I'm like, that's unlikely. But maybe it was like a bird bath. I'm assuming. I'm gonna assume that it was like a bird bath or they had limited water. That's what I'm gonna say. Because y'all don't forget, back in the day, they did take a bath in their parents' dirty water. And y'all believe me, go look it up. By the time I think, yeah, everybody had one thing of water, and they used to go by like the baby and the older kids and all that stuff. Everybody used to take a bath in the same dirty water. Y'all, I'm not saying that's the case, but it never killed my aunts, my great aunts, and my uncles. Okay, and I know they probably had to do it because they didn't have y'all. Let's be real talk, real talk. I sat on the shore. Well, my family lives on the shore. Maybe my grandmother first home was her first time having indoor plumbing. Do y'all understand that? Okay. They didn't have indoor plumbing when my grandmother was a teenager. They didn't. So when Peach talked about that, I can only assume that if there was some certain means of not having water, not having this, y'all, and I'm not saying that what she did was right as a mother, but there was certain means that they had to do to get clean. Do y'all understand? Okay, my grandmother, when she married her husband, my grandfather, that probably was their first time, both of them, their first time having indoor plumbing because they had outbacks. I have cousins that when they plumbing did not work, the person in the household that had a little common sense knew how to get a bucket and put it away. So that toilet broke, they didn't complain about it. They kept it moving. They got them a little pickle bucket and they just kept going and dumped it out when they needed to. Y'all get what I'm saying? We all didn't have money like that. And I'm not going to sit here and, but I'm like, Tracy probably had a good reason why she did that, if she did it. Y'all know what I'm saying? So I'll talk to y'all beautiful people later because I got another person to talk about, y'all. Bye.